Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick holiday hair and makeup tutorial, although this look could really go for any occasion. I have tons of beauty tips in here, so without further ado, let's get started. Starting off, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photofinish Primer Water, and I'm just going to spray that all over my face, so that way our foundation lasts all day. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and typically this is a product that you would mix with something. It is absolutely pure pigment, but today I'm going to be using it on its own because I am such a rebel. I personally feel that this product alone looks like a second skin. Like, it looks very natural and dewy, and it just looks amazing on its own, so I actually prefer to use it on its own. I am just going to be buffing this into my skin, just a very small layer. I really want to make sure I get all the nooks and crannies in my face and that I am covering all my scarring and of course my acne as well. Do not forget to blend it into your hairline or over your ears. That is very important. I apologize for going so fast, but I just feel like I've done so many long foundation routines on my channel. I wanted to speed it up. Next up, I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Concealer. That is such a long name, I know. I'm going to be highlighting my under eyes, and I'm going to be pulling it all the way back to my temples just to really give me that highlighted young look. I tend to have pretty dark under eye circles, probably because I never get sleep thanks to my little kiddos. But yeah, so I'm just going to be highlighting under my eyes, and then I'm going to do my nose, the fire on my forehead, my chin, and then my cupid's bow. You can also add a little bit to where your smile lines would be just to kind of brighten up your face a little bit. I tend to do that from time to time. Then I'm just going to blend all of that out with a fluffy brush. This is like a foundation style kabuki brush. It doesn't really have a name. But yeah, I'm just going to blend all of that out until it is absolutely seamless. I am also blending this concealer onto my eyelids to serve as an eye primer when we do our eyes later on. Remember, you can never overblend, so take your time. Now I'm going to be going in with my Kat Von D Shade Plus Light palette using the two lightest shades and the Elle Blush brush. I am just going to set my under eye concealer, and pretty much everywhere I put concealer. You really want to set these areas, especially on, a holiday, because you don't want creasing and you don't want it to fade. Like, you want it to last all day long. So setting your under eye concealer is very, very important. And finally, I am going to be adding color back into my skin. I am using the Kat Von D Shade Plus Light palette, just the middle shade alone by itself. And I am just going to be bronzing up my skin, basically. I'm not quite contouring, but I am adding definition to my face by putting things underneath my cheekbone, underneath my jawline, and of course across my forehead and over my temple. I really want to define my face, but I don't want it to be dramatic. I want it to be very soft and subtle, and this is exactly how you do that. I'm using a fluffy blush brush for this just because whenever you're using a very fluffy brush, it is hard to go too extreme or too heavy or really mess it up. So I definitely suggest, if you're in a hurry, using a fluffier brush will definitely make the application go smoother. Next up, I'm just going to be going in with my Fresh Sugar Lip Balm. Just any regular lip balm will work. I'm actually not going to be using a lip color in this video, so this is as far as it's going to go. I'm going to be going in with a blush by Elle in the shade 05. It's kind of a warm, peachy pink shade. It doesn't really show up too well on camera, but I'm just using a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to fluff that all over the apples of my cheeks and pull it back into my bronzed area. I am being a bit giving with this blush, unlike usual. I really wanted a lot of blush on there, and the reason being is because I'm actually going in with another Elle shade in the shade 01. It is a golden peach shade. It's almost transparent, so it works perfect as a blush topper. At last, we're going to be highlighting. I am using the NYX Illuminator. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing drugstore alternative to the very popular and famous The Balm Mary Luminizer. I don't know if you've heard of that highlight, but if you haven't, don't even bother buying it because this NYX one is just as good and so much cheaper. You can pick it up at absolutely any drugstore that sells NYX, and I definitely highly recommend it. I am just basically going to be highlighting the high points of my face, and yeah, you know the drill. I love highlighter, and I can't go a day without it. I decided to use the Urban Decay Naked palette today just because it is such a basic palette and so many people have it. So I'm going to be going in with Buck on a Morphe E30 brush, and I'm just going to be buffing that into my crease and really blowing it out. Like, I am not even being careful with this. I want to be messy with this because, right, we're in a hurry. It's the holidays. We want to be quick. No big deal. This is an extremely warm crease shade and I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I am avoiding the center of my eyelid and the corner of my eyelid on purpose. Next up, I'm going into the shade Naked, and I am just basically going to blow that out using the same Morphe E40 brush. This is going to be our blending shade, so I'm using this all over my brow bone, all the way up to my eyebrow, all the way down to my crease, just basically all over the place. Remember, it's okay to be messy. This is not a precise look. Next up, I'm going to dip into Dark Horse, and I am using a Morphe M43 brush to do this. I am focusing the shade on the very outer V of my eye just to darken up the look and make my eye look a little bit more dimensional. I absolutely love this shade because it is like a dark mossy green, almost like a brown green. It's absolutely beautiful, and it is perfect for absolutely any eye color. It's just a very beautiful shade, and it's very neutral. I'm just going back into my Morphe E30, and I'm going to blend that all out just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. I really want this look to look blown out. You know, I like blown out looks. I don't like harsh lines ever. Next up, I'm going to be going into Half Baked on a Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just going to basically put this all over my eyelid, all over where we put Dark Horse, absolutely everywhere. This shade Half Baked is really beautiful because it is almost like a transparent shimmery gold color, and I feel like it goes really well over other shadows. So you really can't do any wrong because I am just literally putting this all over my eyelid. Next up, I'm just going to go in with the shade Virgin. Yeah, it's called Virgin, maybe because it's really light, I'm not sure. And I'm using an e.l.f. defining eye brush, and I'm just going to put that underneath my brow bone to highlight. This is also going to help in blending out our other shades. Now I'm just going to be going in with Creep from the palette. It is a very dark shimmery brown shade, and I am using the Morphe M432 brush to do this. I'm just basically creating the effect of eyeliner but without using eyeliner. It's not as harsh, it doesn't take as much time, it really doesn't take any effort at all actually. It's very, very simple. And I love doing this whenever I'm in a hurry and I want a defined eye, but I don't have the time or the patience to do it. This is your next best option. Now I am just going to be going back in with Dark Horse and Half Baked just to kind of blend out the look just a little bit. I want to darken up that outer V and lighten up my inner corners. This step is optional, but I personally prefer it because I feel like it really makes it look finished. This is what the eye look looks like thus far, so let's go ahead and finish it off. I'm going to be blending Dark Horse from the upper part of my eyeshadow down into my lower lash line, about halfway I would say. Then I'm going to be taking Half Baked once I'm done with this, and I'm going to be blending all of that out as well. This is just to make the lower lash line look a little bit more interesting. I'm doing a pretty basic liner, so I really wanted to make sure that the bottom lash line matched the top. Next up, I'm going to be doing my waterline with the Sephora Collection Long Lasting Kohl pencil in the shade 521B. I'm using the shade because it tends to look very natural, very soft, but then again, the waterline isn't left blank, which I like. It tends to make my eyes look very bright, and I love it. Then, of course, I'm going to go in with my NYX Tres Jolie Liner in black, and I'm going to be tightlining. The reason why that people tightline is just so that their top lashes look a little bit more thick and full, and I recommend it. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to share with you guys the LORAC Pro Fiber Mascara. My husband picked this up for me for my birthday, and I absolutely love it. This has completely taken the place of false lashes for me. This fiber mascara really does make me feel like I have demi-wispies on my eyelids, but I don't, and it is absolutely incredible. For those of you who do not like false lashes, this is definitely the mascara for you. You can see the difference. I mean, come on. You can't even deny it. Okay, no, but like seriously, this has seriously been a lifesaver. Like, I cannot thank my husband enough for finding this stuff for me because I have saved so much time or just had luscious lashes when I didn't have time to put on falsies. I love it so much, you guys, you already know. But of course, I'm going to be going in with my Mally Volumizing Mascara for my lower lashes, mainly because the fiber mascara has a really thick wand and I just don't trust myself putting it on my lower lashes. I'd probably make a big mess. Now for the most important step, I'm going to be going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This stuff does not lie. It really does make your makeup last all night. Now this is important because especially on a holiday, you really want your makeup to last. So make sure that you set your makeup, even if it is with like a hairspray. That's okay. Just set it girl said it. And of course, I completely forgot an inner corner highlight, so I'm just going to be going with the Elle shade. It is the eyeshadow shade 01, and I'm just going to be pressing that into my inner corners to highlight. No big deal. Now that the face is done, we are going to be moving on to hair. And this is basically my hair secret. This is what I do to my hair whenever I quote unquote do my hair. So I hope that you guys get something out of this. I'm going to be using a curling wand and a hair straightener today. While those heat up, I am just going to brush through my hair and make sure that there are no tangles or knots. You know the drill. You brush your hair, right? I'd hope so. Using a small clip that I got from the dollar store, actually, it's very cheap. I'm just gonna take the top portion of my hair and clip it right up to get it out of the way. We are just gonna basically be straightening our hair first before starting the curling process. Now I'm going to be using a comb to straighten my hair. This is actually a tip that one of my hairstylist friends gave me, is that whenever you straighten your hair, use a comb because it gets all the hairs in place, making it completely flat and basically seamless. Your hair is seamless. So you know the drill. I'm just straightening my hair, going through all of my layers and really making sure that everything is straight and there are no kinks or curls. Take your time on this because, you know, bedhead is never fun. For curling, I am just going to quickly brush through my hair and then I'm going to go in with my hair tie. Yeah, that's right. I am pulling my hair up into a ponytail on the top of my head. And then I'm going to start by taking a small portion of the hair and using my curling wand to curl that portion. I am going to continue doing this throughout pieces of the ponytail, not being precise at all. I am just making very messy, fun curls, if you will. You can see here the curl is bouncy, and I am just going to continue on doing this over and over again. If you have medium to long hair, this is definitely the secret to get your hair curled really, really fast. I do this literally all the time. Anytime you ever see my hair curled, this is how I curled it. It's not out of laziness. It's just out of, I don't want to waste time on my hair. I don't have the time to waste time on my hair. So generally speaking, I only have maybe 10 minutes to do my hair whenever I do actually do my hair. So this is exactly what I do, and it has been such a lifesaver. Continuing on in the curling process, I'm going to basically just speed through all of this because, you know, you don't want to watch me curl my hair for 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm just curling all the little hairs. You see my thug shirt? That's right. It says thug wife because my husband says I'm a thug wife thanks to my neck tattoo. Once you are done curling, this is what your curly ponytail should look like. You can leave it like that if you want to, but I am personally not going to. I am just basically gently pulling the ponytail out of my hair, and then I'm going to adjust my hair and fix up my part exactly how it should be. Now I'm just going to be going in with the Tresemme hairspray. I believe this is the number 5 hold, you know, basic hairspray. And I'm just going to be spraying down my curls and my hair to keep it all in place. Yeah, if you're wondering, I did get hairspray all over my couch and my filming area, so, you know, it happens. Now that the hairspray is on, I'm just going to be tidying up the areas of my hair and choosing the areas that maybe need to be fixed a little bit more. Now I'm going to be going back into my curling wand and using the front part of my hair, what used to be bangs, now they are very long. I am just going to basically bounce that curling wand on the bang area just to kind of, you know, create a shape. Last but not least, using my comb, I'm going to very gently brush through the root area of the bedhead bump, as I like to call it. And then I'm going to pull it apart and go in with my flat iron, and I'm just going to basically flatten it a bit so that it is not so prominent. Once you are finished with this step, the look is completely done, hair, makeup, and all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new. These really are my beauty tips on a daily basis, and especially around the holidays. Please be sure to subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video.